can hear us, but the intro's running.
Dirty, rotten, stinking, no good.
Dirty, rotten, stinking, no goods.
Yep. Oh, no, get past that.
No music.
Okay, I got it pulled up, ready to go.
Huh. Well, that's okay. We'll come on and say howdy, folks.
Evening.
We got JT, we got Steve out there.
Big Steve. That's Dylan. Where you at, boy?
So Dylan, the old man didn't call me, so I'm assuming he's still in the hospital.
Mm,
Butter squad right there.
Yep. Uh, I forgot this one
Hey,
thing.
there's Ron Jeremy. He must be home. He's on.
Hey, Dave. How
Dave, how
you
you
feeling?
feeling? They find anything exciting on you? You can barely hear Jim. What did Jim do wrong now?
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello. How about now? How about now?
Is that any better there, Steve?
Oh, that's as loud as I can make me.
Well, maybe that might help.
How about that? How can anybody? Can you at least hear me?
Hey,
Okay.
Eric, Devin, is it individual all over, Devin? The hell, he wouldn't know. He's probably drunk tonight, anyways.
Too low. What the hell is wrong with my mic now?
He says it's a little better. Anyway,
Huh.
hope everybody's Liberation Day #1 was good for him. Both of us. See, Dylan, I told you Devin wasn't drunk.
Huh. I don't know how to increase the volume anymore.
Hmm. Sitting here trying to find out interesting stories going on. Boy, they got them all upset over them fucking tariffs, don't they?
Oh my God, they're so upset about the tariffs.
They have no clue how they work. Because you throw that in once they get the taxes straightened out, those tariffs will be nothing but gravy train, make government more efficient.
What is
What is
that?
that?
Oh,
Oh, no,
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 no, that
that
ain't
ain't
good.
good.
How
How
about
about
that?
that?
Wow.
Wow, now you're
How about that?
lost in space.
Does that do anything? Oh, no.
You
Can't
get
do
the
that.
echo.
All right. Well, that weren't the thing to do, was it? What if I. copy GT. I don't know what I'm doing, but I'm doing something.
Cool.
Does that change my volume at all, guys?
Boy, so now they're going just completely batshit crazy. Hear about the guy that walked into the Walgreens and shot him a pharmacist because he was having problems with a pharmaceutical corporation?
No, I didn't hear that one.
Well, they caught him out in the parking lot, reloading his gun.
Nice.
Where was it? University of California at Davis. Turning Points had a table stolen by the little protesters there. Just walked off with their shit.
I was seeing the riots over there. Well, not a riot, but they attacked the Tesla over in Germany, the Tesla factory.
Well, I missed that one.
Still can't hear me. What the hell?
People have been showing texts they've been getting looking for people to come demonstrate and tell them, hands off my Medicaid, off my Social Securities.
Oh, yeah, they don't realize that we're not cutting your Social Security. Although I did figure it out. I know why there were so many 150-year-olds, 200-year-olds. They were lawyers. They just added up their billing hours.
Oh, okay. I didn't think about that. Slipped right on by me. Oh, you had that, and you had the crazy ass Satanists up there in Kansas. Old boy jumped some little kid inside the Capitol building.
Oh.
Yeah. There it is. There's Turning Point. Let's see if I can get this up.
Hey, Jackson, slow down. Get back! Come on, please, get in there. Get in there.
Well, anyway, you get the gist of it. Them police making them people, hey, don't let them take it. It's okay. No, I'm sorry. I wouldn't be able to do that.
No.
See, Mexico and Canada kind of cut it under the wire on the tariffs.
Really?
Yep. Damn malcontent. You got it, Dave.
Huh. What's up, Brett? You drive careful. Don't let us distract you.
Just blame that on Dylan.
So what else was happening today? Oh, they're running
Well,
Elon out of the White House. No, you're not. His contract's up.
yeah.
He's still going to be a
And
friend and an
besides,
advisor. He's not going anywhere. He's just not running Doge.
they don't get it. From what I got, the system that they're using, once it got in there, it's just off to do its thing.
Oh my! But I do like that they tried to delete all that information. But he says, I found it. You're
Yeah.
dealing with the richest tech guy in the world. He sends rockets up into space and catches them.
And does it lose them with people on it?
No, not yet. Knock on wood.
Yeah. Let's see.
But they can honestly say he's rescued more than he's lost.
That's true.
Isn't that the second rescue mission he's done for him?
I don't think so. I think that was just the only one.
I,
But yesterday he'd sent up some to go around the North and South Pole.
yeah, they're coming down in less than 20 hours now. I was
Yeah.
watching a little bit earlier. They still had
Well,
20
it's a,
hours to go back in.
yeah. I just gave him one more group of people to get pissed off at him. The flat earthers.
Yep. If you're a flat earther, God help you because nobody else can.
Yeah. Besides, think logically. If the Earth was flat, cats would have knocked everything off it by now.
Exactly.
That's it.
And then why is everything else in the universe round and we're flat?
Exactly.
Oh, who was it? I keep seeing all the good shit on TikTok, and I don't know how to get it to my computer to share it. But it was a senator or a congressman, and he was being pressured by some kid. I was fired by your Doge and blah 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 and on and on. And in the end, he just looked at him and says, "You probably deserved it. You sound kind of stupid. You sound like a clown."
Yeah. Yeah. Looks like the Vapor Technology Associations basically said we need president now to help with the flavor ban. But I'm still thinking that they're just going after the disposables right now.
Well, that's mainly what they see as vaping.
Yeah. But hey, remember when it come out? It was all the cloud chasers.
Well, because they
And
were
that scared them.
idiots. That I never considered vaping just because of them people. The cloud comps and the different tricks and no, come on, man, you're just being
Yeah.
stupid. But that was my opinion. I'm not saying that they didn't enjoy it. I'm not saying it wasn't fun for them, but
Yeah. But that glitz and glamour just kind of took away the seriousness of the actual
exactly.
device.
The way Juul came in and marketed their product, it was a fashion accessory instead of a quit smoking device.
Yep. But it's like with those flume that you put the little packet in there
Yeah,
of herbs.
the scented air, yeah.
Yeah. But that I think that's even a viable option, you know?
I don't, well, it might be in today's society where they're so subjective, open to subjection. You can talk them into anything. So the power of the mind's pretty powerful.
Yeah. And it doesn't even take that much mind power anymore. All you got to do is have a Nice AI generated picture.
All you need to do is say, Trump says it don't work.
So let's see. Let's get this over here.
I swear to
Let's see a
God,
little pics of
Trump,
this one.
Trump needs to get fake piercings, tattoos on his face, and dye his hair blue, and then watch him melt. Like when
I
parents
still
dress
like
like
the
their
idea
kids.
of Elon buying the Harley Davidson.
Yep.
There we go. Declassified CIA file reveals alien committed revenge massacre.
Stabu 7. We've got what some are saying is a bone-chilling document that has been declassified by the CIA.
Can you hear
And
it?
in this, it
Yep.
exposes
I can. I don't know if they can.
what they're calling a massacre of humans by another life force. You can call it aliens, you can call it fallen, but they're saying an entire military unit was turned to stone in this. Now, these were Soviet troops, according to these reports, and it is said that they shot down a flying saucer hovering over the Soviet military unit in Siberia. This was 35 years ago. They say what happened next was truly terrifying. In the document summarizing a 250-page top-secret file that was acquired by U.S. intelligence agents, the eyewitnesses said that 5 aliens, or beings, came out of the craft after it was wrecked. They combined themselves into one and exploded into a burst of energy that turned 23 soldiers into solid rock. That's
Yeah.
Okay.
I had not heard that one yet.
Oh,
but
me either. It might have been a little better if he didn't try to make it sound so dramatic.
yeah. But the whole idea, Siberia,
Siberia, 35 years ago, Russia. How you going to
yeah.
verify anything in Russia?
Hey, you don't remember Tunguska from the early 1900s? They say it was a meteor that blasted that area.
Yeah.
And years later, they would go in there when they were fighting the mosquitoes to look at it, and everything was laid out flat, all them trees and shit in the forest. You know,
Yeah, I don't know about that. And I don't know if the aliens are going to turn us to stone. I really think it's going to
no.
be an energy weapon or something gruesome and painful and
Supposed to be.
I don't want to be tripping on the stone corpses of my enemy. I'd rather just vaporize them.
That's what I thought, Wasn't that the big deal? I
What was it? I
had the
think it was
nice.
Star Trek. They had that episode where they visited the planet that their war was computerized. The computer said, okay, this city was hit. You lost 10,000 citizens. And instead of
Yeah,
buildings being blown up, 10,000 citizens just report to be killed.
yep.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, but you couldn't make movies and stuff about it.
No. Well, they did. But it was just a 30-minute TV show, so.
Yeah. Nah, man, what was it? Alien Nation, San Francisco, the ones
Yes.
that get drunk on bad milk.
Yeah, they drank, yeah, bad milk, ate beavers. Yeah.
Speaking of weird eats, I have yet to hear anybody explain, do Canadians actually eat manatee meat?
Yeah, yeah, it was you that brought it up.
Yeah. Well, it was one of the things that they were going to tariff.
Manatee meat. I never thought about eating one.
I thought they were endangered species, and you'd get like big fines and shit down in Florida if you
Are they endangered or
accidentally hit one.
protected? I don't know if that makes a difference.
Yeah, because it's messed those lines up with the wolves and bears and shit.
Yeah.
And cats. More people kept moving out farther and farther into their territory, and they wondered why they kept seeing them.
Yeah, well, I can't imagine. Like around here, why are we having so many deer get hit by the cars? Because you cut down 3/4 of their home.
Didn't make deer tunnels.
No, well, yes, they did make a deer tunnel over on the bypass they put in a few years back.
How'd that work out?
I don't hear about many deer getting hit over there. Once or twice you'll hear it, Mostly they get hit out on the main road down at the end of my road. Oh, and when them semis hit them deer, it's like a grape. Splat. Oh,
Yeah.
it's brutal. Especially in
It's,
July, and Public Works don't get to the carcass for a couple hours, and oh, God, don't that start to stink.
and good thing it's not moose, huh?
Oh, well, we do have moose around here, but not enough to get in the roads.
Yeah.
You have to go a little further north for that.
Into poutine country.
I like poutine. Say what you want, but I like poutine.
I've never had it, so I don't know.
Except for the squeaky curds on the teeth. Oh, God, it's like eating a grape or an apple squeaks on the teeth. Ah! Oh. Gives you the
Oh,
heebie-jeebies.
hey, what's the
Hey,
difference
Cheryl.
between a Jew? What's the difference between a Jew and a canoe? A canoe eventually tips.
Ah, Jesus. Welcome home, Dave.
Trying to cheer you up. Hi, Cheryl. So we got all this going on here. Where'd I go? There I is.
Well, I heard Dylan went up to Dave the other day and said, Dad, I want to be an altar boy. And Dave says, well, I've heard rumors that they molest young boys in the church. And Dylan says, yeah, I heard them too. See if he's still listening. How you doing tonight,
asked
Cheryl?
about this.
What?
You asked about this the other quite a while back. And I just remembered it. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties. What's going on here?
That's Chuck's
Hey.
dick.
There you go. Do beavers like parachuting?
Oh, yeah, the parachuting beavers. That one of them had what? How many jumps? 20 jumps?
Yeah, it kept coming back. There's no evidence that beavers have any particular fondness for parachuting. Hang on, I gotta get this up here. Nope, get out of the way, I said. Or even the capability to enjoy it, given that they're not exactly built for aerial acrobatics. Beavers are more at home gnawing trees, building dams, and swimming than leaping from great heights with a parachute. That said, their webbed feet and flat tails might make for an amusing descent if someone ever tried to rigging up one for a drop. Most studies or wildlife anecdotes suggest they'd seek out such a thrill, though probably too sensible or indifferent for that. What's got you picturing beavers with parachutes? Oh.
It worked, though.
Well, Grok says they don't like it.
Well, that one kept coming back. I thought he had like 23 jumps or something like that.
Oh,
29. And didn't the documentary say that he willingly climbed in the crate?
yeah. I guess he hadn't got around to that part of the country yet.
Uh,
Where was that? I don't remember.
oh, I know the beavers I've met. I don't think they're parachutists. I think they're just mean.
Yeah, they are mean little shits, aren't they?
We literally had to beat one off with a paddle. He would not leave us alone. He did not want us on his pond.
You tell Dylan he better get his father coffee. Not ask him for coffee.
You need coffee? Well, get yourself one when you get your dead one, Dylan.
Yeah, Dylan, chop chop. Falling down on the
And
job.
while you're at it, get Cheryl's.
So apparently the little stock market game didn't play out like they was hoping to have happen today.
Oh, you mean MSN was wrong all day? Stock market's crashing. We're all gonna die. It's the Great Depression all over again. No. Didn't happen.
Let's see what the headlines have changed to. Shocks and shares. Trade war begins. Oh my God, it's Dow negative 1,679 points. Off of,
I'm good.
where is it sitting at? 4,000 or 40,000, 41,000?
Yeah.
What do we end up at? I don't care about 2020. We're talking about today. Yeah. I like how they want to do it in percentages instead of,
Yeah.
actual numbers. Because, it's like there's two people one out of two gets hit by a car.
50% people died by car accidents.
There you go.
Yeah. 10% out of 20 million people. That ain't so many people.
Yeah. Well, it's like Stalin said, one death is a tragedy, but 10,000 is a statistic.
Yep.
Let's see. Oh, this from the Daily Caller. Chuck Schumer threatens to use tactic Democrats once called Jim Crow relic to block bills securing American elections. That question should have been answered years and years ago about a voter ID.
Yeah. Oh, who was it on the House floor? Here's my driver's license. Here's my military ID. Here's my passport. Here's my garden club ID. Is this some kind of voodoo? I'm a black man and I have all these IDs. What?
Okay.
Well, I didn't do it, he did.
Let me exhale first.
And they're still hanging to that, and they don't see the insult there. Black people are too stupid to get an ID.
Oh man, that dude made that video when they said they don't know how to use a computer.
The one where with the 2001 theme going, yeah. I like the one that the guy went off onto the street and he asked the white people of Manhattan, about the blacks and the IDs. And oh yeah, they all recited the talking point word for word. And then they went to the black part and they asked them, "Do you got an ID? Do you know where the DMV is?" What the fuck? Are you stupid? Why wouldn't I know that? Why wouldn't I have a driver's license? Well, these people said, and then he play them the video. Well, that's just nonsense.
It's over here about a block and a half that way.
Yeah. You really, come on. There were more. Oh God, how do I put this without offending them? Because I really mean no disrespect. But you go up in the backwoods of Appalachia, and there are people that can't read still, and there are more
Yep.
white people like that than ever was black.
But they seem to forget that. What the hell?
But I mean them no disrespect because I have the love for mountain people. Anybody that can be so self-sufficient like that.
Yeah. Well, we probably got some in our genes somewhere. Got everybody else.
There's a woman I watch on TikTok. She does Appalachian customs and meals and stuff like that. And yeah, they got the life. Really, they do. If they had the internet, I'd be there. I'm just I'm just that lazy, that old, that fat. I just need the internet for entertainment.
Yep. Well, hell, remember they told those, oh, what was it? It's like a lost tribe or something that they give the internet to and gave them iPhones and shit. Told them come take them because all they was doing was watching porn.
Yeah. Watching porn or playing solitaire. First thing anybody does when they get their first computer. I can remember getting my first computer. I didn't know what to do with it. I got it because my father-in-law passed away, and it was a controversy in the family. He went into hawk to buy that computer. They were expensive back in 95, 96.
Yep.
Windows 95 just came out, so it was then. And then I discovered porn. And then I discovered I can look at guns online. I can look, oh my God, videos of guns online? Then I was hooked.
Understandable.
No, Dave's not home. He's still in the hospital.
I see that now. I thought he was home because he was online, but I'm sorry he's still in the hospital. They find anything bad, Dave? Or are they just trying to milk your insurance?
Well, Dylan, since visiting hours are over, you should be able to get everybody a cup of coffee now.
Buses are still running.
Oh, it's walking distance. He can march his little butt right over there. Buck visiting hours.
It's called DoorDash.
Yeah, can we DoorDash him a coffee?
I don't know.
I bet you could.
I don't know if they deliver in a hospital though. They might deliver to the break room or the lobby, but maybe I don't know if they deliver to a room.
Oh, get this. Department of Agriculture freezes funds to Maine
Good.
over boys competing in girls' sports. I don't think your governor's done any beauty treatment since the last tariff got taken away from him. Tariff.
Nope. I sound like a broken record, but that movie keeps coming back to it. That kid's on the escalator again. I don't mean him any harm, but he needs to suffer so his parents can see. Yeah, we need hard, fast, destructive love. Yep,
Oh yeah.
I'm willing to suffer
Well,
for a little bit.
yeah, well, we're wrapped in a little bit more common sense than the average bear, I guess, because we saw it coming when they said the tariffs, because he's upending the whole world's economy,
Yeah,
the way they're going to have to do business. But the best thing about it, is to break up that damn European Union.
Yep. Well, I don't.
And they were making a stink about that woman that took the knee at the fencing contest.
I didn't hear about that
Or they,
either.
yeah, yeah. They didn't. They told her like the night before she was going to be going against Tranny, and so she went out there. They did their little thing, crossed swords, put on her face guard and all that. And just before the bell rang, she took it off, dropped it down, went and took a knee.
I don't blame him.
Yep. She said she was did it so it would be on video
Yep.
for everybody to see.
Uh,
And hey, I'll go with a woman like that getting up,
God love
taking a
her.
knee.
Yep. That's why you
Yep.
take a knee.
Yeah. I'm sorry, man. That little bitty foil they use that goes a lot faster in a male's hand than it does a woman's.
Yep. With a lot more impact, a lot more. I mean, my parry is a lot better than your parry.
Yeah.
My thrust is a little quicker, a little stronger than your thrust. We did fencing in high school. I hated it.
Yeah.
Because apparently the two-handed chop is not a move.
It's not.
No.
I'll have to rethink that one. Did you play lacrosse?
Yeah. For until I got my nose broke, I caught a lacrosse ball right on the end of the beak.
Oh,
I wasn't very good at it.
no, I was sitting there going across the channels and finally got to catch a little bit of that competition. And guys with big sticks were chasing a guy with a little stick, trying to knock his head off.
Wow. They get him?
It's almost, I guess. But I don't know anything about it other than people with sticks running around on a field with funny hats on.
That doesn't sound like a lot of fun, though.
No, the other boring one, man. High lie.
Oh my God, I don't get that at all.
What's that fucking thing you got on your hand?
Kind of a Freddy Krueger costume gone bad. Got a lot of hand. Might got a little carried away with the paper mache.
made by the made by little Johnny down the block.
Oh.
I did find out hurling's Scottish.
Yep.
Can't say that I've ever known that. I've seen pictures of lakes and ponds over there frozen up. Excuse me, locks.
Got it all.
But we live in wonderful times. Hell, man. You got all them liberals running around spray painting Swazis all over the place.
Yeah, but we're the terrorists.
Yeah. Oh, Hungary went ahead and pulled out of the International Criminal Court.
Oh?
Yeah, they are no longer participants. Seems like that's the latest thing. People just kind of pulling out of that shit. World Economic Forum.
Well, what's that tell you? I think your system's broken.
Well, They were all crying about the World Health Organization. Well, you know what? It was the World Health Organization that filled everybody full of bullshit in their heads and
Yep.
then tried to have them all arrested because they didn't agree with them.
It's like an HOA that's gone up broke. It starts small. Your lawn's too long. And now it's your garden gnome's got the wrong color eyes, and your gravel's too gray, and
Too many bricks in your mailbox.
exactly. I mean, they just go overboard, and pretty soon you get zero respect.
Yeah, but there's a long line of shit that started out well-meaning
Because
and didn't wind up so good.
I am a diehard. I will die for the Constitution. All right, and if anybody questions that, we can have words later. But I
Hmm.
also understand the times. I also understand the population we have, and I also understand that some things make sense. So I'm willing to give here and give there where it makes sense. But you've got to give the same courtesy, and you've got to also understand why. Not just do it. You have to understand why you can't yell fire in a crowded theater. Yes, that's speech. Yes, you have a freedom of speech, but you can't endanger people. It
Yeah,
makes
well,
common sense.
yeah, but you're talking on the common sense. But legally, there is nothing stopping you from doing that or yelling hijack at an airport.
But that's what I'm saying.
That's what the court says.
But it just makes sense. Let's not do that.
Yeah, well, that comes back to individual learning. Yeah,
Yep.
and it usually takes mom and a dad at home to help learn those interactions.
Yep. And you can tell which homes had it.
I think they're still setting records on enrollees into the military.
Yeah.
Seems like they set a new record every month.
Fuck, I would be proud to serve under Trump.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Pete Hegseth was there the other day throwing a football around where they was giving his speech,
Now,
let
being at
alone
Ray
yeah.
Barracks, where I was stationed over in Germany, it was popular. It was famous. Elvis Presley, blah blah blah. So we got a
Yeah.
lot of dignitaries come through, and I have never seen anybody interact with the soldiers like that.
Yeah.
Maybe, well, Colin Powell came close because he would talk and joke around at the mess hall. He wasn't one
Yeah.
to come out and play football with us, but in the mess hall, there was no yes sir, no sir. It was, hey, what's this, what's that? You could ask him anything, he'd answer it.
Yeah.
But no, I would be proud to serve under this administration.
Oh, yeah. And Pete Hegseth going out and waking them up in the morning. Hey,
PT.
we're I like that.
Yeah,
And it has a lot to do with morale too.
that is so fucking awesome.
I bet Patton would have done it if he could have.
But Pat would have made it a fucking regulation. He was a ruthless bastard.
Yep. But it was a little bit rougher kind of people back then too.
Yeah, and he did not like goldbrickers. Oh my God. You call that a wound? Get you a rifle and get back out there.
Yep. But he shouldn't have slapped old boy.
Yeah, that was. But I was proud to serve in his 3rd Armor Division. To this day, the 101st will never admit that we rescued them. Because they were surrounded. They insist that they didn't need rescuing. And we butted in on their battle.
Hmm. Well, the old saying goes, every one of them, doesn't matter what country it was. I was telling you how to hope at least the Americans come to
Yeah.
help get us out of this.
Americans do not stop until you're dead. And heaven forbid you shoot one of their leaders. Now you've just unleashed a bunch of wild animals, hell bent on revenge. But that was the training. I mean, if the lead tank goes down, the next one takes over, and the next one knew how to take over.
Yeah.
If the commander of the tank goes down, the gunner goes up. The loader goes into the gunner chair. He does both jobs. It's
Yeah.
yeah. There was never a doubt on what to do. I mean, as long as you had one person in that tank, it can still move. Yeah, but the numbers are up. But all across the board, too. Marines, Navy, Coast Guard.
Hey, even the FBI.
Well, there's hope now. It's no longer shameful. It's no longer, well, they're just kind of like douchebags now. I don't want to be one of them. Because I noticed, 4 or 5 years ago, they started coming out with all these different FBI shows on TV. And they kind of went by the wayside over the last couple of years.
Yeah. It's either that back in the 70s, it was the doctors.
Yes, oh my God. Yeah, St. Elsewhere, uh,
Mm,
Emergency.
um, emergency. Marcus Welby.
Yeah, Quincy. Oh, he was a
Quint.
pathologist, but
Yeah, but he was a little bit later. I think he's just catching the last end of it.
He looks younger.
Dylan, why are you trying to feed your dad cardboard? I'm thinking we're needing to call somebody on him, Jim.
we ought to. It's elder abuse.
That's exactly what
No
it
wonder
is.
Dave's in the hospital.
Oh, man. I actually ran across a video this morning and I didn't save it. There was a woman sitting there saying she is so glad her child only had lost one leg. That way he can't be drafted to go fight in Ukraine.
Oh my word.
People know. Just fucking know.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, it is. But hey, look at the other sickness they've got.
Oh, there's people like that allowed to live.
Yeah. It's sad. I ain't a eugenicist, but they let anybody have a damn child.
And yet they harass the ones that are trying to make it. The kid's not, rich, but kid's not suffering.
Not just that. Where was it? Well, out in California, of course. If you dead name your child and being disrespectful to them now anyway, they'll have CPS up your
Yep.
ass.
When did we ever lose control of our own children?
Well, hey, remember Hillary wrote that book in the 90s. It
Well,
takes a village.
there used to be a time where somebody said something to your kid you didn't like, you got to pop them in the nose.
Yeah.
Not anymore.
But you also had parents and didn't run up there and start threatening lawsuits and shit because their child was too stupid to pass a test.
That's true too. And they didn't sue each other because, Tommy's dad spanked my ass because I was a little punk. My dad would say, well, guess what? I'm going to get you too.
Hey, fucking Robert Jenner's dad stopped in the middle of the road, broke up the fight, busted his son's ass, and told them both to get home now.
But the thing is, everybody in town was like minded. So when somebody else's parents disciplined you, your parents agreed with it. I mean,
Yeah, kind of like family reunions and shit.
yep,
You know, that uncle over there can swat you just as hard as dad can, but
exactly.
don't. Anyways, if that uncle had to swat you, you were getting swatted anyway because you made the uncle swat you.
And don't go home and tell dad the teacher hit me. What'd you do?
Mm.
Smack.
No, mom always went there, gave them the numbers where she would be at, and she would be called when our child needs discipline.
Oh no, not Bonnie Eagle Junior High School. Yardsticks were still in production then.
Yeah,
I don't know if you
and the
can buy
Board
one.
of
I don't think I've
Education.
seen a yardstick in years.
Oh, Ryan Halt's got them. Y'all meters.
Y'all meters?
Yeah.
Oh man. I can remember in grade school. I didn't have her, but one of our teachers, Mrs. Kent, she was a witch, third class. Oh my God. She would, if you were left handed, oh, heaven help you. You were the devil incarnate, I tell you. She would smack your hand every time you touched anything left with your left hand. Because my buddy, my best friend in grade school, was left-handed, and he had her. Oh my God, that was a controversy. That actually kind of crossed lines.
Yeah.
This is mine now. She did the same thing.
Fun times.
Yeah. And we also had to say the Lord's Prayer. But I'm Jewish. I don't care. Say it.
I figured they would have been that way down here in the Bible Belt, but really they wasn't.
Oh, you just did it out of respect. But we didn't say the Lord's Prayer in junior high school. We only said it in grade school.
We, it was a moment of silence
Yeah,
on
in junior
Monday.
high school and high school, it was a moment of silence.
Yeah,
And again,
but
respect it. Do not goof off. Do not talk. It's not going to
mhm.
kill you.
Oh yeah. And then they started that crap with the national anthem. I don't want my child to do that because y'all are warmongers.
I couldn't imagine that coming up. No.
Yeah,
I just couldn't see it in my school district. Anybody criticizing the American flag hanging in a classroom.
yeah. Oh, where was it? Hell, they're making videos on TikTok crying about the American flag. Just
I don't feel safe.
oh, no wonder they came up with the call-in psychiatrist.
Oh,
It's app on your phone.
and that's another thing I don't get. Calling in a psychiatrist for every little thing that happens at school.
Oh man, never used to have that. You know,
Oh,
in junior high, kids, there's three of them in a car went off the little bridge. Didn't see it, caught it wrong, going too fast, and they let those who wanted to go to their funeral go, not
yeah,
give them a hard time.
yeah. Anytime somebody died in our school, you got to go to the funeral. But
Oh
I
yeah,
think once they brought in two psychiatrists because we had one student hang himself, and that
yeah,
was a suicide. So they brought in a couple psychiatrists for that. But like you
yeah,
said, they didn't bring it in because teens got drunk and wrapped themselves around a tree.
yeah. Well, we had one. He hung himself, but we knew him because we were in ROTC together. and as weird as shit. Mom had to set in on the Inquisition into the, just to say, yeah, he hung himself.
Uh, and well, we had one kid. He asphyxiated himself. He was trying to strip the paint off a motorcycle helmet, and I guess he'd mixed ammonia and bleach or something. He'd mixed two chemicals that didn't go well, and of course he was
Yeah,
doing it in the bathroom in the bathtub,
yeah,
and yeah, it killed him. And we
that's
had to
usually
go to a
ammonia and bleach.
we had to go to a assembly about the dangers of household chemicals.
Hmm.
So, uh, yeah,
See,
definitely got soft over the years.
well,
Every,
well, I think that's about that time, brother.
about that time, go join the cool kids.
Yeah,
All right. Well, thanks for listening to our ramblings, and we're gonna do it again next week. You guys know that, so come back and see us. We're headed over to Chuck's room to join with the cool kids. So God bless and say a prayer for America.
be good.